All right, so if you're in the sound of our voice, we're going to be doing a radio show live broadcast here from the floor of ERA.
Live with Forbes Entirely on the Good Life. Welcome, everyone.
One of my all-time favorite people, Miss Marcia Waldorf from Waldorf Crawford. Yes. You get top billing, which I like. The woman in the relationship. We have done how many shows over the years?
I would say 5 or 6.
5 or 6 easily?
Yes.
She makes the most beautiful shows. She makes me look real pretty. We make money. I love you.
Yes.
But you know what's great about you? She is sweet, sensitive, homebody. You just are like the mom, but more. You're like this earth child. I mean, don't you live out in the mountains in an area where they don't have running water, don't you?
Not exactly. We have our place in Carlsbad and also up in Idlewild, California, up in the mountains. Through the mountains and the beach.
So give us a little bit of a background on your company and how you've been in it so long.
I did my first infomercial in '89. Which is a long time ago, right? We've done about 300 shows since then, both long form and short form. And, I got into it, I was in England, actually, on a recording album, and my partner called and said, we have an opportunity to do a show here. Why don't you do sight and sound together, put sight with sound? And so that's how it happened. I came back.
Marcia, answer me, 300 infomercials.
Yes.
Aren't you bored yet?
It's ever changing. Every product is different. There's so many new things we're learning. The technology is changing all the time. So many new opportunities are opening up. So many new kinds of approaches to beauty, especially. I mean, actually, the beauty, it's a speciality of ours. We do lots of beauty shows, and I'm always amazed. There's always something new on the horizon.
I'd love you to talk to our listeners, because I just remembered as I was talking to you that you were a singer before this, a beautiful singer. She's got recorded albums. And for you to go from that to being a writer and a producer, so many people start out on a path, and you just changed it up. Can you help encourage women out there who feel stuck in what they're doing to take a risk like you did?
Well, really, I've reinvented myself several times. I was a classical cellist first.
Really?
Wow.
Yes. I was a classical cellist, and then I became a rock and roll recording artist and did an album on United Artists, an album on Capricorn Records.
Are you going to sing for us?
No.
Come on.
No. It's okay.
Nobody will hear you.
That's okay.
So you went from being a classical cellist, a singer, you're in Europe, and now you're producing
infomercial producer, writer, director.
Again, talk to our audience at home listening, because people have a stigma with infomercials. It's these little, things, gadgets, 1995, but that's not what you do. You're not producing little things. You've got these big, beautiful shows. Talk to me about some of your favorites.
Well, I mean, we do all the infomercials and direct response for Serious Skincare, which is wonderful. We love them. Jennifer Flavin Stallone and just fabulous, fabulous products. They're huge on Home Shopping Network. And so, in fact, we have a show launching next week with Serious Skincare, which is very exciting. We work with Tanda. Cineron has a Cineron Beauty has a brand, Tanda, and they're sold at Neiman Marcus and Sephora, and we're doing direct response for those brands. One of them is doing quite well. It's a teeth whitening product, which is called the Tanda Pearl. It's doing great.
So, Marcia, let me ask you, I produced some infomercials, and I launched them on Labor Day. And it's for, like you, I've done dozens and dozens. Do you still get the nervous butterflies in your stomach right before the first call of the first media buy on the first day is supposed to come in?
It's always a nail biter.
Yeah. I was
It's just a
actually
nail
in
biter.
the call center watching to wait.
I would love to do that.
300 shows later, do you still just get nervous? Like,
Always.
what if no
But
one
you never
calls?
know. Anything, always. There's always that concern, what if no one calls? But, people usually do call. You just have to really, give people, we're not selling products. We're selling lifestyles. We're selling, people don't buy products. They buy things that make their lives better and make them feel better about themselves, that benefit them. And it's usually the person is buying it for themselves. It's not very often people are buying things for other people. It's mostly a me sale with infomercials. Wouldn't you say, Forbes?
I would. It's interesting because our audience doesn't really tie in all that. I'm looking at you, and what I want to share with our audience is you've managed, and because you're such a role model to me personally.
Oh, you're so sweet.
But one of the things I admire is that you've managed in a shark-infested, I can say that, arena with mostly men. You've managed to maintain your femininity. You are absolutely a beautiful, glowing, feminine woman. So my first
Thank
question
you.
is, how do you maintain that? And how do you keep expressing that? I mean, it's a hard business. It's a man's world.
You know, my thing is I just come from my heart, because that's where it all starts. Love starts in the heart. If you love what you do and you love who you're doing it with, it's really important to me.
Well, and that's the second thing I wanted to share with our audience, because there's a man over there who's absolutely beautiful, who has been your partner, not only your life partner, but your work partner.
Yes.
Charlie, they are tied to the... I've never seen a couple who are just delicious together, supportive. That's my big question. How the heck do you do that?
It's, you know, it's wonderful that we're partners. We're partners in life and we're partners in business.
Which is unbelievable to me. Could never,
24/7.
ever work with my husband, ever.
It's 24/7. So he'll kill me for saying this, but sometimes I don't know if I'm homicidal or suicidal, but it's really, but it works great because Jim's strengths and really support my strengths, and he's also highly creative. So I mean, he's a wonderful editorial thinker, and so he's constantly saying too many adjectives when I'm writing, and so we're really lucky. We're really lucky. We love each other, we trust each other, and we build on each other's strengths to keep our relationship going.
Well said.
And we love our dog. He's a great dog father. I got him a T-shirt. It says a dog father. It's so cute.
Wait, but because we're both married, and I work with my husband, and that homicidal suicidal line is one I'm going to borrow.
It's true.
Because but you see, you come to it, it's your attitude. And I think I want everyone to hear it at home to hear that. Something tells me you wake up in the morning joyous and happy to be alive. Am I correct?
Yeah, pretty much so. Yeah, most of the time.
Is that a choice that you make every day?
Well, and Jim does too. He makes it makes it easy. If we disagree about something, we don't carry it over to the next day. We're very, it's a new day. Every day is a new day. And I think that's how we actually manage, is because we don't carry over this stuff. It's useless to carry that baggage around.
So a successful woman in business for a very, very long time, can you give our audience some suggestions, some hope, just one of your big tips on how to make it successful and for the long term?
In business, to make it successful in the long term in business, and keep your eyes and ears open and your heart open, and care about the people you're working with. That's the biggest thing. Care about your clients. We care about our clients. We never short shrift them in any way. If we go the extra mile, if it's, I'll look at something and say, if I look at a show and it wasn't a planned on thing, and after I've, editing has gone through the process and stuff, and I'll have a sense that it needs something, I'll do it, and it will come out of our margin. I don't care, because what's important is the show has to be great, and our clients deserve the best. And in terms of the personal thing, thinking and looking for the best in people, I always do. You can always find something not to like in anyone, myself, everybody on the planet, if you're looking for it. And sometimes I find that people are so critical of other people, and they're just looking for something to not like, instead of really reaching deep inside someone, taking that moment to shine your light on a person. It's so easy to do. And it feels so good. So I guess I'm addicted to that sort of endorphin rush of love.
So that's so powerful.
Where I come from.
Just look for the best.
Yeah.
In products, in people,
Yes.
in each other. So
Yes.
that's great advice. Thank you so much.
It's so nice. Thank you very much for interviewing me.
You are such a beacon in this industry. Thank you so much. And our first round of applause goes to Marcia Waldorf.